All right, class. Yes. Okay, good. All right. So, for the people following along and paying attention, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Can you use your notes on your examen? Yes. So, should you have your practice test out? Yes. Should you have your notebook out? Yes. This stuff right here, like I said, when I taught the lesson, I did not give specific formulas. I had you guys calculate it out. This time, just put the blanket thing in the blanket blank. So, you're going to add this to your notes. These are all the methods right here. So, the AYP formulas. And then we're going to do the AYP, which is question 22. We'll do the 22. Because we have a lot of problems to get through in between now and the end of this class. Now, if you took a picture of it, great. You can add it later. You can come back to this video also. All right, are you okay there, Jello? Did you get it? Okay, I'm kind of having trouble. Did you get this part over here? Yeah. Okay, I'm just making sure that you got the whole thing here. Okay? Yeah, you got the whole thing though, right? Okay, good. Just making sure. Anyway, all right. So again, we're going to start on 22. And on 22, it gives us some formulas right here. So 22. Oh, wait, no, we were supposed to do 21. So we'll do 21 first. Okay, so 21, Sheila paid this amount interest on a 5-year loan of $5,800. What is the interest? This problem right here is a simple interest problem. So simple interest, it is I equals P R T, where interest was 797.50. P, was that 5,800? I hope so. Yes. Okay. You guys not have your coffee yet, or your frap green tea seaweed infusion latte, right? Whatever that is. Seriously. Ugh. Anyway, 5,800. Yep. R times T, which is 5 years. So we're going to do a little bit of math first. This one, I tried doing it yesterday using a finance solver, but it wasn't enough information. So, and then Dr. Stiles pointed out, be like, hey, you screwed up. You made it too difficult. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, this one just an interest formula. So let's multiply a couple of these things together. So 5 times 5,800 is going to give me, was it 29,000? R is equal to 797.50. And to get the R by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by 29,000. Multiply those out for me, please. I'm hoping you guys got calculators because, yeah. Thank you, Jala. Thank you. It was like 2 point something. 0.0275. There you go. Okay. So if that's the number, what's my percent? 2.75. There you go. So 2.75% is my R. Hopefully, yes. All So again, I am going to have to go through this kind of quickly because we have to finish this. So this one we get 2.75%. Okay, so this one right here, it is 22. Credit union pays interest rate of 3.4% compounded daily. APY. So I'm going to go back to the APY, which was over here. It's a daily. So my formula is going to look like it is APY. So 1 parentheses 1 plus my rate. What was my rate? 3.4. Now, 3.4 is because it is the percentage, but the 3,600 is actually 360, which is our daily times 100. Because 3.4, you can't really have it as a percent, you need to have it as a decimal. So part of what I'm doing here is actually including converting it into a decimal into the formula. So all you have to do is plug the numbers in right now. So as long as you're not playing with your phone and actually plugging in numbers, okay, you ain't heard it from me, but I ain't going to gossip. It's almost like it's super important. It's like people that can't see just move further in the back of the room and actually do less for some reason. I don't know who would do something like that. Yeah. Yes, es muy importante. What'd you get?
0.03.
0.4 what?
45.
45. So if that is a decimal, what is that as a percent? 3 point is my AYP or APY. APY, AYP, DYD, BYOB, APY. Sorry. Now, I'm just giving you the basic formula for this instead of trying to go and solve every little piece like we did during the unit. Now I'm just giving you the formula. Just plug the stupid thing in as long as you have it written in and not just sitting there staring at me awkwardly because ain't no one to do something like that. '23. This one is a financial solver. Finance solver. So we have N, I, P, V, P, M, T, F, V, P, P, Y, C, P, Y, and N. So every time you get one of these, you start by writing all that. So I'm going to go through and start filling in the values that I have. So end is just end. It's either end or beginning. But anyway, all right. So credit card to pay $4,500 on home repair if the interest rate is 70%. What payment should be made to pay off his debt in 12 months? So he's making a payment how often? Every month. Very good, right? So every month. So that would be for 12 months, right? So my N is going to be 12 payments total. How many payments per year? 12. So I would also do this if he would wanted to pay in 10 months because the payments per year it's still going to be a monthly. So that would still be a 12. And then CPY is 12. Interest is going to be 17%. PV. What is PV going to be? This is going to be important for you plugging this in. Say it again. Almost. Negative. Why has it got to be negative?
Because it's not his money.
It's not your money, right? You're borrowing it, and you got to pay it back. So there's a difference. So you have to say, because some things are investment, some things add money, and some things take away money. So right now you're starting with negative money. So that's a negative 4,500. Okay. We're going to calculate the payment, which is PMT. Future value. Future value of any loan needs to be what? 0. That's important there. And so go through and plug that in, and you guys are going to calculate payment for me. And what do we come up with?
110.42.
Or what?
110.42.
Very good. 410.42. Hopefully that you guys still find this pretty easy. So it's just the act of doing it and practice plugging it in. So every single time we get one of these, this one again is another finance solver. So finance solver, so I'm going to plug that in. So it's going to be N, I, P, V, P, M, T, F, V, P, P, Y, C, P, Y, and we're always using end here. Mortgage loan is taken out for $345,000, 30 years at an interest rate of 5%. Calculate monthly payment. So, if it is a mortgage, how often do I make a payment? Every month, right? Every month. So, if I make a payment every month, how many payments am I going to make here? 12 times 30. 12 times 30. What is it? 12 times 30 is? 360. Interest, 5%. PV, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're calculating payment. Future value. Future value of any loan. 0. PPY, 12. CPY, 12. And it's going to be at the end. Calculate that for me, please. Same thing, 2 bucks. Let me borrow a phone. That's collateral.
That's collateral?
Yeah, those ones aren't school calculators. Because people just walk off and take off with my stuff. And they can't have nice things. Trying to do it. No. Embarrass me. What do we get? What do we get for a payment? 1,852 point. There we go. So we got to go through all of these step by step every time. Now, that one. Okay, we're not doing spanning trees. So those are semester 1 stuff. Spanning trees, 26 gone. Spanning tree, 27 gone. 28 gone.
No.
Did I go too far? 28. It jumped to 36? Okay, so it wasn't just me. Okay, another spanning tree. 38, spanning tree. 37. 39. It's another one. And that brings us to question 40. 40 is going to be another finance solver. Now, on 40, this is a different type of finance solver, but it's the same thing. It's still a finance solver. So, let's go through. And it says, let's start off with on my list. N is interest. PV, E, M, T, F, V, P, P, Y, C, P, Y, N. You put money in an account that earns 6% compounded annually. At the end of each year, you withdraw $8,000 to spend on expenses for a hobby. Wait, hold on. Here it is. Starts off. I missed the top. So you inherit $50,000 from a wealthy relative. You put that money in an account that earns 6% compounded annually. At the end of each year, you withdraw $8,000 spent on expenses for a hobby. How many years will you be able to make the full withdrawal? So, what are we looking for here? How many months, right? Yeah. It's not going to be months, though. How often do I take out money? Once a year, right? So my N is going to be how many years? So it's still going to be N. Still going to be N, right? But think about it. How often do I take money out of this account? How often do I take money out of the account? Once a year. Once a year. So what is my payment going to be? My PPY, 1. My PPY is 1. Because the money, is it owed or is it mine? It's mine, right? So it's an investment, so that means it's my money. And I need it now. Yeah, that guy? No. No, because we're trying to calculate it out. Because we're going to pull money out, and so money goes up. You could, and you still might get the same answer, but it's earning money. So as the money's sitting there, that money is earning money, right? Yeah, and so, but over time, since it's earning money, it's going to be slightly different. So we're going to be calculating the N. So my I is 6%, right? My PV, am I borrowing money? Say no. So this is going to be positive 50,000. My payment, 8,000. But what's special about that? It's negative. Why is it negative? It's taking out of this money, right? I'm taking it out of this money, so it's going to be a negative 8,000. Future value, it's going to be 0. Because I'm going to keep pulling money out of this account until it's empty. Right? Future value 0. Payments per year? Compounded. It's compounded annually, right? So that is a 1. And then N. And so we plug all these things in right now, and it's going to calculate what? N, which is going to be how many times I could pull money out. Or in this case, how many years can I keep doing this for? Are you calculating this for me? Am I asking you to guess, or am I actually getting you everything you need to do it?
I don't have a calculator.
Okay, so what do you got to bring me? It's all right. You can take this class again next year. It's cool. You just had to charge your phone instead of get ready for the final. As we plug it in, what do we get? 8.0 something, right? So I could keep doing this for 8 years. But if I do the math, if I do this, 8 times 8 is 6,400 or 64,000, right? So because the money's going up as I'm pulling it out. So I'm pulling out more than $50,000, right? That's the reason why. Your money is making money for you as you're pulling it out. Does that make sense? Okay, that's the reason why we can't just divide this by 8,000 to come up with the number. That's why we have to do this. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, 41. You invest 10,000 in an account that earns 10% compounded monthly. Each month you plan to withdraw $500 to make car payments. How many months will you have enough money to make car payments? Okay. So is this asking for N again? Yeah, this is another N problem. So I'm going to go through, do the same thing that we just did. N I PV, come on, PMT FV PPY CPY and N. All right, so again, we're calculating for this. So my I is going to be 10%. PV, 10,000 because that's my investment. Is it positive or negative? Positive, it's your money, it's your investment. Negative means I'm borrowing money. Payment, negative 500 because I'm withdrawing 500. Future value, 0 because I'm going to keep pulling money out till it's gone. Payments per year. There's 12 payments per year because I'm taking this out every month. CPY. It's compounded monthly, so that's going to be 12. And we're going to calculate the N. Jello, what'd you get? Why are you looking at her? You're supposed to be doing it.
I don't know.
What? I know you know how to do it. You just zone out. 21 point. We get 21.96. And it says how many months will you have enough money to make the car payment? So, am I going to round this up? No, because on this last month I don't have enough to cover everything, right? So that means it's only for 21 months am I able to cover the full payment. So the money I have, it's going up, it's earning interest, but I'm pulling it out. That's how retirement accounts work out. So you put a whole bunch of money into it now and let the interest build up. But once you start pulling out that money, you have a limited amount of time for that money to last. Hopefully you outlive, actually, I don't know if you want to. You don't really want to outlive your money. So You don't want to be like old, decrepit, and be like, oh crap, my money ran out, and now I got to go get a job, and then you're gonna be like one of those ancient Walmart greeters that try to ask me for my receipt after I already gave it to her. So yeah, she did do that. She actually handed it to her. It was in her left hand, and then she asked me for her receipt. I'm like, yeah, I just gave it to you. No, 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 you. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, you don't want to be that person. So, question 42. $2,000 is initially invested into an annuity with 3.2% interest rate compounded monthly. How much money will be in the account at the end of 10 years if $200 is invested monthly? Now, again, the positive and negatives are important here, so we're going to go through and same thing. N, I, P, V, P, M, T, F, V, P, P, Y, C, P, Y, N. Okay, let's start off. N, what do you think N is going to be? Why is it 120?
10 years every month.
10 years every month. Very good. 10 years every month. So that's going to give me 120. I, 3.2. PV,
2000.
2,000. So I'm starting off with 2,000, right? So it's a positive for me. Payment,
Positive 200.
positive 200. Very good. Why is it positive 200?
You're investing $200 every month.
Yes, I'm putting money into the account. I'm not taking it out. So that means that my account is going to be growing here. So it's going to be a positive 200. Future value.
That's what you're looking for.
Very good. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the future value. I want to know how much money I could have. PPY, how many payments per year?
12
And this is compounded,
monthly.
so that's also 12, and it's N. And what do we come up with? You said how much? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like negative number. It's going to be a positive number. Or is it a negative? You got a negative too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah, that one's it then. So this is going to pay your future. That was 30993.6.
For the most part, none of your answers are going to be negative.
Yeah, this one right here, because you're
Even if the calculator says it's not.
it's who's getting paid. That's important. So on this one right here, positive negative works out, but the future value, this is you're paying yourself in your future. That's the reason why it comes out like that. So if you considered my present value to be, it is my money, I'm going to put it away now for later. So I'm paying myself, that would have been a negative. The payment also would have been a negative out of your budget, and that would have been a negative going out of that, but that wouldn't work with the current ones that we're doing there. But future value, that is going to be a $30,000 investment. So if you think about it, how much money did you really put into it in the first place? So $200 a month for 10 years. So that's going to be 24,000 plus the 2,000 is 26,000 is that you put in. So our money made over $4,000 for us in 10 years. That's the point of investment.
Can you give me an example of that time
Annuities.
Annuity?
So yeah, if you want to look into certain things long term, you got to work with like a broker like H&R Block just got bought out by like Charles Schwab. So if you want to go to Schwab or something Jones,
So you would invest into a broker?
you're investing into a fund, which they invest it and they increase your money for you.
Or they're the ones that invest into other people?
Yes. All right. Other than that, make sure you guys all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Support my channel. Buy stuff from my merch store.